All right, we're in Wednesday's qualifying round in the Ventura Open. Of course, I've waited till the last second. I've had a couple practice rounds, and I qualified my 99 account, my odd account on Monday, and I played a few times with my 77 account, and today's the day. So whatever today is, that's what today is. So let's take a look at these holes. Hole number one. All right, I'm not sure getting on in one is a serious option. It's possible, but it's not super probable. I want to bring a low wind ball here. Bring a Kingmaker lookalike. All right, here we roll. Hole number one. This all boils down to hitting it perfect into the cup. If I hit it perfect into the cup, it's going to go in the hole. If I don't hit it perfect, it's not going to go in the hole. Need to get some music playing in the background. Get the whole area set up. So we can get some Weezer radio going in the background. Give me some motivation. All right, now we're ready to play. Now we're ready. Let's see if my opponent can get up there. I think I'm going to film this just in one straight block. See if I can get some kind of a rhythm going, or if I'm going to epic fail. Get down in this area right here. Couple rings off. 2.5, 3 rings to topspin. 3.5. There's 3. So we're just over a ring and a half. A little teeny bit of curl. Hitting it 1 ring great to the left. Slow down. I've been putting about 2.5 topspin on there. There's a little bit left on the table, so I put 3 on that one just to see. There is enough room for 3. That should put me pretty close to minimum short iron. If not wedge range, but I think it's going to be right at minimum club, which should be 2.0 per ring. If I'm in my wedge, it's 1.3 per ring. Let's see where I'm at first. Hornet, right at minimum club. 2 per ring. I'm going to start off on the green. Right at the flagpole. It's 2.0 per ring, so it's right at about a ring and a half, a little less. Let's try and hit it perfect. Now, that was about as far away from perfect as I could have possibly gotten. I haven't hit a shot into this hole perfect. I have in practice, but I haven't hit a shot all week. That's been my problem. The first 3 holes I've been coming out of them with a 4, and you potentially could come out of the first 3 holes with a 7. The first 3 holes are the 3 of the 4 lowest hanging fruits in this tournament as far as picking shots up. So you need to come out of the first 3 with at least 1, preferably 2 if not all three of those shots. And obviously, hole number one's not going to be one of them. The good news is it's early in the week, so we got that going for us. All right, that was hole number one. Let's go see what hole number two has in store for us. All right, we're on hole number two, Ventura Open, Wednesday qualifying round. All right, Grizzly, Marlin. I switched to a navigator for the tournament, and I play this hole a lot with the Marlin, and I've got it locked in with the Marlin. And my setup is off. So I'm going back to a Marlin ball to see if the ball was making the difference. It's almost like it's playing different from one-on-one than how it plays in the tournament. In one-on-one, I usually do a 10% adjustment, and the 10% adjustment just does not seem to be working right now. I keep missing to the left. Let's see what our wind is. I go first. 4-4, Marlin. Okay, so it's 4-4, so it'll be 4-8. 4-8-4. So there's 4, 8. Hitting it perfect. At least I hit that one perfect. And I missed to the right. That's almost good. I've been getting worse on this hole. When the week started off, I was playing last week after the last tournament. Me and Dale Appleby played for several hours, and we were playing Tour 2. We were down here checking out these holes, and I was hammering it. And it's like ever since then, it's just gone way downhill. I think we got this hole like 10 times in a row. It was all over it. Now I can't hit the broadside of a barn if I was in the barn on this hole. All right, another birdie in the bag. Got to pick up this Albie on hole number 3. We got to come out of these first 3 holes with something extra in the bag. There are some holes coming up. The last 2 holes, there's 3 holes coming up that are hard to pick shots up on. So this next shot's got to go. I'm still working on landing area on hole number 3, making sure we're in the right spot. I will forfeit. I tried that rough bump on this hole, and that's not a shot I normally take on this hole, and I'll tell you, it'll put you right in front of the hole. But it's dangerously close to being past the hole, which would be really bad. All right, hole number 3 of the Ventura Open. Wednesday's qualifying round. Let's check it out. Big max overpower hook shot on this. I'm taking a combo line. Extra mile. Let's take all my accurate stuff. Taking a rose ball. All right, there we go. That's all we need. See if we can get up there and get myself into very close range. See if we can pick up an albie here. An albie tiebreaker would be nice. Matt goes first. I'm trying to do a big curl shot. See if they got it. It looked like to me it was going to be too far to the right and end up in the rough, but it's hard to tell when other people are setting their shots up, what they're doing. And I've seen some people in this tournament do half curl. What's half curl? Okay, I'm going to take the wind out. It's about 2 rings. Yeah, I got all of it. Let's see if I got my start spot right. No, I'm too far out. Too far out. Just a little too far out. I need to be closer to 3 rings. What I was trying to set up there was 2.5 rings off the transition between the third and the fourth cut of the rough. And I needed to be a little bit farther to the left. It was off about 1/4 of a ring. It would have been nicer if it would have ended up not in the rough, but take what we can get. This shot's going to boil down to hitting it perfect. If I hit it perfect, it'll go in the hole. If I don't hit it perfect, it's not going to go in the hole. My opponent's not going to go in the hole. But Spock. Okay, where am I at my club? There's max, there's mid. I'm in that. Okay, I'm doing a 10%, so that's 4, let's say 5. There's 8. Ah, catching a great. Ah, that's 3 greats in a row. That's 3 opportunities to get in the hole and 3 greats. That's how my week's going. It's good to get this stuff out of your system in the qualifying round, though. Silver lining, come on. So since we're sitting here and I'm just playing, we'll do let's talk about some stuff. Let's talk about clans that I for some reason I was thinking we were like a week or season 22 or in season 20 something. the clans came out 2 years ago this summer, so we're 3 or 4 months away from. So what do we got? April, May, June, July. I think in July is when the clans came out. So we're getting close to that 2 year mark. My thought process is that when the 2 years comes out, they're going to hopefully do something with the clans. We've been waiting for them to fill up all of their divisional brackets. And hopefully something good will come out of it. Hole number 4. Hole number 4. There's so many things they could do with the clans other than just what we're getting. Man, I'm totally unsure about how I want to play this hole. What I really want to do is the backspin shot here. I'm going to bring 2 bags. I'm going to switch back to the... I usually take this shot in tournament play with a Saturn. And a Kingmaker. But sometimes, depending on how the wind is, I have a hard time working the wind out. And one of the new additions that I have in my bag that I didn't have the last time this was in a tournament is this Grim Reaper. And the Grim Reaper's got 100% backspin versus the 92. 92 sounds like a lot, but when you're getting down into backspin stuff, 100 is better. And it's a little more accurate. But I'm going to try it with my Saturn because I think my spot is better. But if it doesn't work, I'll switch to bag number 4. Let's make sure I pick the right bag first so I can save myself 5 seconds or 5 milliseconds. Hey, come on. Yeah, I want bag number 3. All right, here we go. See what the wind is here. See which my opponent's going out. This bump from the front here, there's definitely some kind of, we definitely need to do a wind adjustment down here, especially since we're going against a headwind. So that Goliath is somewhere in the 2 per ring range. Hitting it perfect. A little roll up to the cup. Go right in the center of that. So it's 2 per ring. Get a little squared up with it. I'm just going to do a straight up wind adjustment. Hitting it perfect. Close. Close. It's the transitional line between those squares. There's a spot back there, and I got to refine that spot. I went back and watched some video on it, and there is a spot there on those transitional lines between those cuts that's up about 3 and over about 2 behind it. I'm trying to work that area. I'll keep working that spot. The deal is the Grim Reaper throws it off having that 100%. 100%. If I want to go right at the cup, I'm going to have to probably do a major wind adjustment because you can see how much it pushed that ball back with that headwind. I don't think we've ever had that hole. That hole's only been in like 3 or 4 tournaments, and it's every single time we've ever played it, it's always got headwind. I do like that hole though. Hole number 5 of the Ventura Open. Let's see, hole number 5. What is hole number 5? Hole number 5 is a big par 5. What do we got here? What do we got? All right. This is not... I am trying some stuff out on this to see if I can get closer to the edge over there, but I'm not willing to practice it in tournament play, so I will just... I'm going to bring a Titan, the king of balls. Shouldn't need anything more than that. What are you into, Buster? Got my little puppy running around. What about 18 holes in the majors? I think they should come out with, they should take one of these courses that we already have, and they should build a back 9 for it. And the majors should be 18 holes. It's difficult for Playdemic because of the matching. Because the way it's set up right now is you may be on hole 1 and somebody else may be on hole 10. That's why it doesn't show your scores, because you don't know where that person's at in the round. I'm never sure why getting out there, now you got, you're too close to the trees. Four miles per hour, 4 rings. Put some curl in it to bring it back around. Hit it 1 ring great on the outside. 1 ring great to the right. I think 18-hole tournaments for the majors would be awesome. Another thing I'd like to see them do, and this is not going to be a very popular deal. So 18 holes for the majors, I think would be, that would make a major. The other thing I'd like to see them do is I'd like to see them start putting more emphasis on clubs. We work for these clubs and have them. I would like to see us have to declare a bag before a tournament, where we go into the qualifying round. For instance, we only have 9 holes here, so we have to declare a bag. Like, this is the bag we're going to bring. We can change balls from one hole to the next, but we can't change bag. And it would force people to bring out stuff that's maybe more utility, or like you could bring out that big dog, because there's 2 of those holes that, man, if you don't have a big dog, you're screwed. But if you have that big dog on those other 7 holes, you're screwed. Okay, 3-8. Hit it nice and perfect. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if I can miss the tree. Nope. I clipped it. This is not going to be good. I normally don't get greedy on this hole, and I don't normally try and go for it, but I brought that sniper so I could get that ball guide so I could go for it. This is a super easy hole to get an eagle on, and I just tanked it. And so did my opponent. This shot sucks. Ah. Got it great. Birdie. Plans, 18-hole majors, 1 bag per round. Opponent's ball marker. Me and Dale Appleby were talking about the opponent's ball marker. This game has been out for 3 years now, and they still have where you can't set your shot up sometimes because your opponent's ball marker's on the green and you can't see where you're going until you address your ball. And my opponent's ticked that they missed that shot. That makes 2 of us. It's birdie on an eagle hole. They were contemplating forfeiting. They walked away from their device. They're saying bad words right now. That makes 2 of us. All right, that's a birdie. This is going to be one of those things where if I don't watch what's going on, I may not qualify today. And I waited until Wednesday to qualify, so I get a little bit of practice in. This is the risk that you take when you qualify on Wednesdays. Can't afford to drop any shots when you play on Wednesdays, that's for sure. And dropping a shot's not good. All right, good luck in the tournament. All right, we're on hole number 6 of the Ventura Open. Let's go check it out. Better get serious here. Quit dicking around. All right. Extra Mile, Kingmaker. This tournament is sponsored by Kingmaker. Kingmaker's gotten really pissed off at Titan, the king of balls. In the last couple tournaments, they've sponsored them so they could get their name back out there. All right, this is going to boil down to I'm either on the green, making a chip or a putt, or I've epic failed. And of all the holes in this tournament, you can't afford to epic fail in this one. This one you have to get the eagle on. This is the lowest hanging fruit. This fruit's actually already on the ground. I got to just pick it up and put it in the basket. Let's see what we get here. And I need to be like in the three backspin area, somewhere in that neighborhood. Okay, I want to be 2 rings off that transitional surface. Three and a half. All right, so it's 10%, so it's 3-3. There's 3-1. We're just a titch over. Just a little over a ring and a half. I'm going to put a little bit of curl on it to bring it back to the fairway, or back to the green. Oh, and hit it great on the outside. Hit it great on the outside. Oh! I need to start putting more curl on that. I'm being too tentative with the curl. What's funny about this hole is I caught this hole a couple times in practice, and at the beginning of the week, even in my low level account, it was on and one. In my odd account, it was super easy at the beginning of the week. And then when I go to play my 77 account, all of a sudden it gets hard. Not good. My opponent will like their shot a little better than mine, a little. And these all boiled. All of these shots, these close-up shots like this, all really boil down to hitting it perfect. You just need to hit it perfect. Oh, my timing's just slightly off. Perfect's in the hole. All right, so we're just doing the epic fail today. So minimum score is minus 12, minus 13 when you count that hole. We're on a minus 11 track right now, so that's not good. And my alarm's going off. See? That's how bad it is. We've got alarms going off. My dog's like, I don't care. It's fine. Why aren't you playing with me? Your hands are still right now. Why aren't you playing with me, buddy? Nice shot. Nice shot. All right. Good luck in the tournament. That was a very disappointing hole number 6. All right, hole number 7. Now we're in the last 3 here. We really only have, there's a shot on this par 3. There is a shot on the par 4. The par 5 is get your eagle and go home. So we're down 1, so we need to pick something up. Let's go see what we got on hole number 7. Hole number 7. This is not my favorite par 3 in the world to go for it on. Hey, come on. All right. I'm taking a power 1 ball. I'm going to take this Kraken ball. Cut the wind down a little. I want to make sure I have a grizzly. It's all we need. See if we can get out there and at least get something happening. Something good happening. I haven't had anything good happen so far. Dropped 1 shot. Dropped 2, actually. Ended up getting a birdie on the par 5 and ended up not getting the eagle on that last par 4. No bueno. See if my opponent can get off. I've seen a bunch of people epic fail on this. I hit this in practice the other day and ended up down here in the lower part behind the green and actually got the putt. It was a max overpower putt and got the putt to go to the hole, and it bounced over the hole. All right, here we go. I'm going to do a 10% wind adjustment on this. Be right dead center in the middle of that fairway, right in between those shadows. 2-7. It's 3. I have to snap it off. And I hit it great. Oh, I couldn't get my the top spin needs to, or the backspin needs to be just a sliver over 3. If it's right at 3 or a little bit less than 3, it'll roll past it. There's a fine line there between getting enough speed to get to the hole and ending up past the hole. And why would anybody play with a down and oneer in their bag? Ever. Unless you just like got up that day and you felt sorry for it and you were like, hey, I'm going to just go out today and mess around and just play with the down and oneer. That'd be the only reason to carry the down and oneer in your bag. Because that is your option right there, is to do dunks. And dunks are a lot harder now than they used to be because they've adjusted that flagpole so that your bounce off that flagpole, you used to get good bounces all the time and you just go in the hole. But now you can hit that flagpole at the wrong height, at the wrong angle, and it'll bounce out of the hole. Birdie for me. These last 2 holes are the holes that are going to cause, it's going to be a lot of people are going to have pretty good rounds going until they get on these last 2 holes. And these last 2 holes are going to eat their lunch. Definitely do not want to practice that hole. All right, that was hole number 8, or hole number 7, excuse me. Let's not get ahead of myself. Hole number 7. Hole number 8. Let's go check out hole number 8 of the Ventura Open. This legitimately is my last chance to pick a shot up. So I'm taking the white line, and I'm using a QB. Who's this tournament sponsored by? Kingmaker. Bring one of those Kingmaker lookalikes. I'm going to bring my number 2 bag with a QB. Bring this bag with a QB. Maybe. That should work. And just in case. Yeah, that'll work. I got that. One and a quarter topspin. Max on the drive. You could probably go to 1.5, but I'm not messing with that. I don't even know. The one is scary. If you catch a wrong bounce out there, 1 can throw you in the rough. Now the good news is that from the rough up in the front, you can get on with a Nirvana, and you have basically the same shot you'd have with your long iron, with any of your other long irons. Let's see if my opponent can get way out there. I'm not necessarily sure that the angle that you're coming in at to the cup is that good when you try and get way out here. You hit the shot, dude. Don't get mad at me. I didn't shoot it. I didn't have anything to do with it. You wanted like a sliver topspin. 2.1. Just nice and easy. Hit it 1 ring great to the right. I think I've had 1 perfect shot all day. But that is about all the topspin you can put on there. Okay, this shot to the cup should be with my grizzly, and I'm going to be 10%. So I'm saying from over there, even if you got way up in there, that shot to the green from that side is more difficult than the shot to the green on the side that I'm at. Uh-oh. This hole right here is going to eat a bunch of people's lunch. There's no two ways around it. Right at max club. A couple rings off that transition. Coming out on 10%, so that's 4. Oh, and I can't catch a perfect today to save my life. I can't catch a perfect. It's right there. Let's see if they can get it in the hole and save their round. This range, wind's not going to be a factor, so it's just all about hitting it perfect. It's perfect in speed. You'd have your speed wrong here and end up bouncing off the flagpole, but if you've got your speed right, perfect's in the hole. In the hole. Nice shot. Nice shot. In the hole. All right. It's a draw. It might be very difficult. I might not actually qualify. There's on Monday, there was 5 people at minus 13, 4 people at minus 12, 1 person at minus 11. I'm not going to play this. Neither are they. Clan of Killers. Good luck in the tournament. All right, we're on the dreaded hole number 9. Hole number 9. Da-da-da-da. I'm gonna go look at it, but I know what we're dealing with here. Santa Ventura, hole number 9. I'm trying to get up into this area right here. And I've been leaving myself just a little bit too much room down on the bottom. I don't want to get too greedy. I need to bring a guardian. I want to bring my Grim Reaper. And I will not be in my Hornet range. I'm going to bring a Brazil ball. That is a 2 wind, 3 side spin, 3 power ball. So a Titan doesn't have quite enough side spin, and a Kingmaker cuts the wind down too much. So this ball right here is like right. This ball actually came out the World Cup. These are World Cup balls. So they had every nation, they had balls for them. You could buy whatever nation you wanted. And they came out right when this hole, there was like 4 or 5 Santa Ventura holes. And then they finished up the set and made a 9-hole course. And this is one of the newer holes that they made. And when these came out in that particular tournament is when the World Cup was. And those balls came out and they were really kind of just for this hole. That was back in the day when we didn't have a billion types of balls like we do now. So traditionally in one-on-one, I play like my opponent where I'm just hitting up in, trying to hit up into this area. Try and get as much distance as you can. And you can come at it with just about any wood. Another thing I'd like to see Playdemic fix is that right there. Can we not fix that, folks? And come on. We not make it so that we have to pick a new ball every time we end up with a new pack. Isn't it perfect? If I could get the bounce, though, I could get the bounce so that I can go all the way over. I need to pinch up a little bit more on the left hand side. I'm hitting it good out there on that left hand side, but I'm leaving too much. The gap between the first bounce and the second bounce needs to be just such that so that you can clear the rough, and then it can roll forward. And I'm just a little shy of that. And this puts me in Guardian range, and Guardian's not. Guardian doesn't have quite. It has 100 backspin, but I'm hitting from too far away to try and do a dunk. And that's really what I want to do here is a dunk. Three 7. It's 1.8 per ring, so there's 3.6. Just a little over 2 rings. Hit a 1 ring grade on the inside. Was just trying to get myself going somewhere to the hole. Give myself at least a look at Albie. I've tried several times from that distance out there to dunk it with the Guardian. And the deal is the Guardian doesn't have quite enough backspin. You're at such a distance away, it's coming in so hot that it bounces on the backside. You take the risk of either ending up in the rough or ending up in the sand. You're going to end up in the rough or the sand if it doesn't go in. With a long iron, you're not coming in with as much speed, so it'll end up staying closer to the hole. So the whole goal is to try and get up there in long iron range so I can take a shot with that Grim Reaper between these trees. But in order to do that, I need to clear that rough in between the first and the second bounce. And so my setup spot is a little too far to the right. I'm trying to give myself enough room out there so if I catch a grate to the left, I still have room for it to bounce. All right, that was the round. Minus 11. That's 2 down from where it should be. So minus 13 should be just the average score. Like when we talk about minimum score, you got to equate it out to like par on a regular course. So you go out on a regular course to par 72. There are some courses where that are 9-hole courses where the par is 32, but most official full-size golf courses, the par for a 9-hole round is 36. And so we're looking at 72 as the par. So if you think about it in Golf Clash, minus 12 is the par. And then anything that you can pick up, any eagles or hole-in-ones or albies that you pick up, those are the negative scores. So coming in with a minus 12, we really want to be looking at, I'm at plus 2 and I should be at minus 1. And that's not good, especially coming in on a Wednesday, already being in 4th place with this many people still going here. There's a good chance that a minus 11 won't make it. It could be one of those tournaments. All right. that's the round right there, minus 11. That's the best I could muster today. So we will see if this makes it in. If it makes it in, then hopefully, as the week, the opening round is the round as far as tiebreakers. That's the most. That's the most key. But coming in, having your round in question whether you'll even make the tournaments, always rough. All right, there you have it. Crappy round, but that's what I got. So I will. We'll see if I make it. So I'll get on tonight and I'll do a video for where everybody placed and the stuff, and we'll see whether or not I made it in. All right. Thanks for watching.